And good Thursday afternoon to you. Roger Hill of Wuthering Heights, VELCO Weather Hazards forecaster. This weather video is driven by 802cars.com. It represents 802 Toyota, Twin Cities Subaru, and 802 Honda, all located off of exit 7 on Interstate 89. Looking at the large picture. And we have a kind of coast-to-coast shot here, and what we have is a little bit of smoke still in some of the California wildfires. Most of the flow, however, is with this trough of lower pressure, and then along the U.S.-Canadian border. Our main weather system here is tracking through Montana, the Dakotas into Canada, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and western Ontario, north of the Great Lakes. This will be basically the storm system that will be arriving for Saturday. It'll bring a frontal system. That's going to be the only main impacts for this entire period going into the middle of next week through at least Tuesday. So Saturday is going to be the day, and right now it looks like fairly benign thunderstorm activity. But we'll have to take a close look at that. But a much quieter weather regime for the entire region. Looking at temperatures, the way things look right now are, we'll go to dew points first and looking at some moisture here. You can see that we're basically in the 50s with an area of higher pressure and control, some sinking motion, some drier weather. Temperatures themselves, not looking too bad either, basically in the 70s as temperatures climb today. All the major heat indices are well down into the southeast coast of the United States, parts of Florida where you might expect. And overall, we've cooled things off just a little bit, but we are heating things back up just a little bit as well. This is our frontal system that's down to the southeast coast. We have this area of higher pressure that's building over the region today, bringing us beautiful bright sunshine and blue skies. And we're looking at this area of higher pressure working off the coast. It's going to open up a little bit of a return flow. And this is also a subtropical low that's going to be also spinning in some moisture and trying to work that back toward the middle Atlantic coast. And some of that's going to get entrained and then work up across parts of western Vermont during the day tomorrow. We're into basically tonight, Thursday night, into early Friday morning. 1031 hectopascal area of higher pressure still kind of working for us here. This is valid during the morning hours. You can see that just a little bit of moisture is going to be flirting with some parts of the mountains, mainly the southern greens, as that kind of works on through, but it's very, very limited, and it's really not a bother. Once we get into really Friday night and Saturday, especially on Saturday, we have that frontal system here that is going to be dragging a cold front through. You can see that it's fairly beefed up. This is where the moisture is pulling up out ahead of a cold front. But what ends up happening is it drags it through, and it's relatively nonchalant and not looking like a giant threat here, as very limited precipitation amounts. We still have this sort of subtropical low pressure center that's going to be off of south of Nova Scotia, and it's kind of been putting the block on this weather system coming in. But what's building behind it is more important. This is an area of higher pressure that's going to bring us an extended period of dry weather. In fact, many days of blue skies and bright sunshine. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. Starts out a little bit autumnal in terms of temperatures, a little bit on the cool side. But once we get into Sunday and then beyond, we're talking Monday as well as Tuesday as well as Wednesday. We're looking at some decent weather beyond into the period here. Our next major concern is going to be with this weather system here. Well, we'll have available moisture at that point in time. And we're talking, this is valid Thursday, the 23rd, and well beyond the period into next week. This is the Gfs Ensemble, and what you can see here is just a little hint of just some very minor precipitation. This is centered on Montpelier, Vermont, indicating maybe some mountain sprinkles. That's what's going to happen basically during the day on Friday. And then beyond that, we're looking at Friday night into Saturday with a little bit of precipitation. That's our main shower and thunderstorm threat. And then another dry stretch until we get into fairly late in the portion of next week. Looking at the total QPF, it looks like this. We're not talking about very much in the way of precip at all. In fact, the latest model run is less than a tenth of an inch. And we're talking about total here at the very end of 7 days out. You're looking at about 4/10 of an inch. So just trying to compare notes here. So 3 hourly QPF again looks like this. So keep that in mind. Let's go to convective available potential energy. No, first we'll do precipitable water. And you can see there's some sort of a sharp cold front with a intrusion of much drier air as those dew points and precipitable water basically fall. Dew points look like this, same kind of thing. And then I'm going to influence or put Cape with 1 day there. That would be Saturday, and shear aloft. Generally, the shear is going to be rising, but it's going to be after the fact. So we're not looking at anything major here. And here again, we're maxing out only about 35 knots. Weather Prediction Center, the next 7 days of total quantitative precipitation forecast or accumulated rainfall. The red is 2,500ths of an inch. We have 1/2 inch here, so you can see generally under 2,500ths of an inch. Quickly looking at temperature, the climate reanalyzer, we're above normal, even though it's a cooler day. A fair amount of above normal temperatures across eastern Canada, Pacific Northwest, into portions of western Canada and southern Alaska, seeing a little bit of colder than normal temperatures, but a lot of the world is above normal. 2-meter temperatures look like this, and we have really good agreement between the European, the Canadian, and the Gfs Ensemble. MOS, or Meteorological Output Statistics, for the next 3 days of high temperatures. We're going to be running anywhere from 9 to 12 degrees above normal in northern areas, and about 6 to 9 degrees above normal across the southern parts of Vermont. About 3 days later, it looks like this, generally about 9 degrees, not a lot of change. And we do have some tropical activity to watch, and a couple different easterly waves coming off the West African coast. This is the remnants of Nicholas that's down there over Louisiana, like they need that. This is our system that's going to be off the coast. It is not going to affect the eastern seaboard. This system here could affect perhaps Bermuda, as it does track, and then of course we have another one that's going to curve further off to the right and out to sea. And this is from Weather Nerds, of course, and this is the latest 51-member European ensemble tracks of the 2 systems off the west coast of Africa. This system could affect Bermuda. This one goes out to sea into the shipping lanes. It does pick up intensity 40 to 50 knots, and this is mostly never getting its act together. That's it from here. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights. Thanks for watching.